What's up, crypto family? This is Ocean Starship with another video. Hope you're having a blessed day. First, I want to say nothing in this video is financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. But we're going to talk about actions that you need to take, fam. Because there are some preparations that you need to make to ensure your survivability of the coming events. And something came to me to decode, something very simple, something that I believe that's in most of our futures. But in order to achieve this, there are a few steps that we have to take. We have to think outside the box, fam. And I'm going to show you exactly what I discovered. So get ready for this one, fam, because this is going to be an awesome decode. Because what I decided to decode was, damn, I'm rich. Something just as simple as that. Damn, I'm rich. That is a quote that many of us hope to be saying in the future. And what I found was theta, yellow, right? Yellow, you see Redeemer, Imperial, scams, right? There's scams again. Render, Planet X, and I am who I am, right? And when I see Imperial, it makes me think of China. But I'm going to confirm my suspicions later in this video. But you also see Redeemer, right? Redeemer. We also have the dragon. Once again, sounds like a country we know, right? The red dragon. You see gematria, electron. And we know electron proton is also in the same cipher. You see picture, billions, R core, and A the Bible code. R core. Sounds familiar? And you see A the Bible code with the 91 Phoenix number and the 546. And we know that is XPR network, right? Or XPR coin. And also the Bible, that is L-Core. You see sneakers, right? Sneakers. Remember the movie clip that DeFi King showed us? Sneakers with the XRP 262. You see button. You see D Trump. Be this. Now look at this term. You have PRX and XRP, right? X in the middle. So basically it's saying XRP, XPR. You also see Bomb Iran and Ice Bridges with the 486. And we know 486 is on L-Core, right? It also says be patient. Greenwich, right? Green is L-Core. XX Ray, Ray is L-Core. You see Experian, which I think is pointing to the social credit system. You see and get game, right, with the 492, which is 294 L-Core. You see Master P and Irina Michael, right? But Master P, that got my attention because I knew the P was talking about Proton. But let me tell you what else came to my spirit, right? Master P had a song back in the day when I used to listen to his music. And in one of those songs, he said, it's the kernel from the golden platinum tank, right? Golden platinum tank. For some reason that came to me, fam. And the first thing I noticed was Star Family. I am here for a purpose. You are the phoenix and the first and the last. I am here for a purpose. If you're watching this video, there's a purpose to you being here, fam. There's a purpose to you being here because you're part of the Star family. You are the phoenix. And you see the first and the last. Okay? Which then led me to decoded God's army. God's army. I had to think about that one real deep, fam. But I knew it meant something, so that's what I did. I decoded God's army. I knew there was a significance. That is very powerful. God's army. Because if there's an army you would want to be in, it would be God's army. And look what I found. Trump coins with the 888, right? And also you see the 911. 888 and 911 Trump coins. That's why I think something is going to be tied to Trump to make these coins skyrocket. And also you saw I am not part of the scam, right? Scam again, which led me to Anchor. Anchor, I'm telling you fam, that Anchor wallet is going to shock some people because it has a real purpose. What could that purpose be? We have to guess, but it has a purpose. But it led me to records, right? Raise the Dead, right? The Redeemer, Independent, Cheshire Cat, American Banks, Global QR Code, All Star, and Keep Record, K. That's why I tell everybody, keep records of all of your crypto transactions. Print them out. Show where you moved this coin, how you got this coin, where you stored this coin. Keep records of that, fam. Because in the grid down scenario, that might be important. But I'm going to show you what the numbers say when it comes to that. Because then I decided to decode wallet pick name records, right? And I think this is important. Have your wallet, have your name and your picture tied to that wallet, right? And also have your records. Because look what it says, fam. Goodbye, past history. Could that be saying that all past history will be removed? Can you imagine that scenario? And look what it says under that. We do not forget it. It all makes sense now. Right? So a certain place that we can be lets us know that we do not forget the history, but history will be erased. Which then led me to vibrancy arts, right? We talked about art in my last video. You see 888, right? The triple H, day, month, year, which is Alcor. You see the word spread it, right? And that's what I'm doing. You also see the prophet warned. I ain't getting answers. Do all you can to stand. And look what it says under that, fam. Who's been talking about that? Once again, fam, it says buy silver. Buy silver now or cry later. Which then led me to this term. And what blew me away when I saw this term was it clearly says Ashen in the middle. I'm not going to try to pronounce this term, but I don't have to be a mathematician to understand Ashen when I see it. And I knew to go further because it led me to be Spirit of Power. November 14th, right? Remember the 5th of November. Because it also says extinction level event. You see my life be returned, October surprises, and total collapse of America, fam. Do you see this? Do you see this, fam? October and November are going to be 2 important months. Mark my words. 2 important months. But then I decided to decode my life because it said my life be returned. And the first thing I noticed was the 470. Do you know what 470 is? Proton. 470 is proton, fam. We've been here before. My life be returned. And 470 is also Trump. So we just saw Trump coins earlier in this video with the 911. But this is a code here, fam. 470 proton 528, right? 5th day, 8 plus 2, 10th month. 88, right? And you saw the 87588, right? And 87588 is basically OMG. 588 proton. OMG. That was a code, fam. 5th month, 10th month, 5th day, 10th month. Right? which then brought me back to Operation Overlord without Google. And when you see President Xi Jinping and you see Operation Overlord in that same equation, what does that tell you? And there it is, September 11 attack, 9/11, right? You see mid, whatever number that is, a nuclear hell. And notice it is the same number, yes. And we know yes in gematria is Alcor. Do you see it, fam? Because I do. Which also led me to this, and this is the biggest term of the video. It says, release me and all holds on my accounts. Release me and all holds on my accounts with the 348, which is Proton and it's XPR and XRP. Frankcoin. And also, a said was coming. Warned you. You were warned, fam. And now you know. So don't say you were not warned. So hit that like button, fam. Subscribe to my channel and share this video. Also, come over, join the Patreon. And big shout out to everybody that sent me gifts and tips. You are greatly appreciated. Have a blessed day, fam. Starship out.